Shalom Aleichem, everyone. We're continuing Hachseg's learning of the Pele Yoetz, day number 193. Coming close to the end of the chapter on Dibur. There's today, and I believe tomorrow as well, as Hashem. And he writes, V'lechein ha'isha yoyes Hashem. He's talking about Devarim B'Teilim, when a person sits around and wastes their words, idle chatter, nonsensical conversation that have no bearing on the real meaning of life. And therefore a person should avoid these conversations at all costs. V'lechein ha'isha yoyes Hashem, someone who fears the Ribono Shel Olam. Lo yechel kol miyoshvei koronos, do not be amongst those that are sitting in the corners, that are sitting in the coffee houses, sitting in the corner of the shul. They say their shuls, in that section they talk about sports, and in that section they talk about politics, and in that section they talk about business, and in that one they just stam Dvarim B'Teilim about whatever's on their mind. Don't be amongst them. Don't go and sit amongst these scoffers. They'll get together just to speak Dvarim B'Teilim. Don't do such things. Rather, you should either go to the Chachamim, to the wise people, and become wiser as a result of that, because you'll learn from them. Or sit by yourself in your house. To do the Melech Shemayim, the work of Hashem. You'll sit, you'll learn, you'll do things, you'll say Tehillim, you'll listen to Shiurim, whatever you need to do, but stay far away from the people that are saying Dvarim B'Teilim. If sometimes, once in a while, you have no choice, you have to sit amongst this Chevra over here, who speaks Dvarim B'Teilim non-stop, because you have to make peace. Let's say it's a certain family member, whatever it is. You got to show them that you love them. You have no choice. Or you're somewhere, you're chaverim, your friends, and you made yourself so distant already. Just once in a while, you got to sit with the person. Or you're in a business meeting, and the Dvarim B'Teilim is going on. What are you supposed to do? You should make yourself like you're mute and not open your mouth. Do not engage in the conversation of Devarim B'Teilim. Even that's not good, to be sitting in their presence. It says in Ksuvis, a person should not hear Dvarim B'Teilim, wasted words in his ears. The first limbs to get burnt by the Dvarim B'Teilim are the ears, because that's what we hear first. Nevertheless, if you cannot rescue yourself from this group, just choose the lesser of the evils. Your heart should be trembling inside of you. And keep thinking to yourself, how can I escape this crowd over here? When you find the right excuse to be able to excuse yourself and the like, just run for your life and get away from the Dvarim B'Teilim, because it's dangerous. Even if not a word comes out of your mouth, just to hear it, it burns the ears. And when you hear things, it makes a hashva, as an influence on you, and it might be a little bit easier for you to say Dvarim B'Teilim next time you're having a conversation. And now he says like this, how good and pleasant it is. Let's say you're amongst this chevra that's speaking Dvarim B'Teilim. There's another eitzah, another piece of advice, says the Pele Yoetz, that you can do, and that is change their words from Dvarim B'Teilim to speaking about divrei kedusha, words of kedusha, of holiness. Kagoyin, for example, if they're talking about the kings and their battles and their wars, you're sitting with your friends, and the next thing you know, they're talking about Trump and Iran and the USS, whatever, that went into the seas over there and is getting ready for the big attack. And this one's trying to come up with his political analysis, and this one with his, and this one's how they're going to save the world, and this one they're going to tell Trump to do like this. And everyone's talking about all these political measures and the wars and the battles, and they talk about Ukraine and Russia and Israel and Iran, all different things that are going on, Hamas. So what should you do? It's Dvarim B'Teilim. Say to them, if they made so much preparation for a small battle, a small wall, small war, look how much effort is going into getting everything ready to be able to annihilate the Iran regime. Look what they're doing over here. They're bringing in troops, and they're bringing in planes, and they're bringing in fighter ships, and they're bringing in the Marines and the army, and you name it. And it's relatively small battle. Al achas kama v'kama, all the more so yesh lanu lasais mula milchama agedolah shel Yetzer Hara. How much more so we have to be prepared for the major battle, and that is the battle that everyone fights daily with their Yetzer Hara. If for the nation that is perhaps evil of the world, they are doing all this preparation to get themselves ready to destroy the world, to destroy them, how much more so that we are battling the Yetzer Hara every single day. We have to make the proper preparations and the plans, and we have to be training ourselves so that we can combat this enemy. And if they're willing to give up their lives for the sake of this battle, because the king has commanded them to do such a thing, and he's only Rima v'Seleya Kamaisam, he'll go back to the ground 6 feet under with worms and maggots just like you are. If Rahman al-Islam, a soldier, will die in battle, the king cannot reward him afterwards. The king cannot give him any great rewards in his world to come. Nothing. The man goes out to battle, he dies in the battlefield. Rahman al-Islam, the king can do nothing else. Maybe he'll make a nice funeral, but that's it. Alachas kama v'kama, all the more so, says the Pele Yoetz. Yesh lana limsa nafshenu, we have to be willing to be moisa nefesh, to sacrifice our souls. For the sake of the King of the universe, the Rabbi Shalom HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If that's what they'll do, they'll give up their life for a king of flesh and blood. How much more so I will be Moisa Nefesh for the Rabbi Shalom. And if the king is willing to wear down and work all of his nation very hard, for what? Because he wants this invisible cover, this invisible honor that he thinks he's going to get because he won this battle, he conquered this village, and he conquered that nation. So then alachas kama v'kama, the more so yeshlan lasais lasik hakavod amiti b'olam hanitzchi, we should be working with all of our strength and all of our might to receive the true honor that is waiting for a person in the olam hanitzchi, in the eternal world, in the world to come. V'yoyim them, and tell them, ma'atem seivim, what do you think anyway? All these wars, you think that what is between Trump and Iran? You think it's between Putin and between the Zelensky? Is that what you think it is? No. And all is a gezer from the Rebbeinu Shalom anyway. The battle and who's going to win and how it's going to go. It's all Hashem. It's not have to do anything with them. HaKadosh Baruch is the one who's spinning the wheels and doing everything over here. It's all in the hands of the Rabbi Shalom. So what are you talking about? This king is so great. That army is so strong. They're so powerful. Hashem is the one who's running the world. And therefore we should minimize and even eradicate the words of Bittul Torah and turn the whole conversation into a conversation of Kedusha, of Torah, of Avodah, of our real desires to serve the Rabbi Shalom. All the best.